Good Tax Tips, brought to you by Stadler & Company, your hometown tax experts.
Lori Carpenter from Stadler & Company joining us this afternoon. And Lori, for people who have not received that stimulus check yet, what do they need to do?
I think the number one thing they should do is go to Get My Payment at irs.gov and double check the status of that payment, because most of the information for people who have already filed is going to be there at that site.
And they made some upgrades to Get My Payment.
Right. So if you tried to get on that over the weekend and it was coming up with technical difficulties, or you just couldn't get logged in, it may be that it was down for those enhancements. So I think from last Friday through Monday morning, it was down, and it is up and working now. I've been into it yesterday afternoon and again this morning.
Yeah, that's good, because we've gotten some reports that maybe it was down for a while, or people had some trouble, so they can use it now.
Yeah, they should be able to get in now, yes.
All righty. And if you've not received your check yet, you've not filed for 2019, is there a holdup?
There could be. So if your 2018 tax return either had a balance due, or you did not provide a bank account routing number and account number, there's a very likelihood that the IRS is waiting for you to give them a bank account number so that they can send you that stimulus payment. So one of the best ways to do that is go ahead and file your 2019 tax return if you have not done it yet.
Yeah, because I know that from past interviews, the IRS is constantly updated. So if you have not filed yet, they will eventually kind of get to you.
That's true. So there are a lot of people who either have not filed or didn't have the right banking information, and so they may not have received those stimulus payments yet. And again, the IRS is still sending those out. I had one employee who said he had not provided banking information, and on April 15th, he provided that through the Get My Payment tab on the IRS website, and his stimulus payment is pending being deposited tomorrow. So it's about a 2-week turnaround if you either get your return filed, which will do the same thing because it goes right into their system and has an automatic update, or you go on to Get My Payment to get that information given to them.
All right, so file those 2019 taxes if you haven't yet. And also a deadline coming up for people who may receive VA benefits but don't normally file a tax return.
Right. So people who receive SSI or VA benefits, they need to make sure that they go to that non-filer's information return and submit that information return before May 5th in order to make sure that they timely get their stimulus payment. So it's just important for them to do that. And the big thing with that is if they have a dependent that wouldn't be listed because they normally don't file, they're going to miss out on that extra $500 if they don't do that. Now, if they don't have other dependents, they're automatically going to get the $1,200 per person.
All right. So if you have more dependents, though, want to make sure you get that done by May 5th. And also, sole proprietors can now file for unemployment. So who qualifies as a sole proprietor, and then what do they need to do?
So a sole proprietor is typically somebody who does freelance work, or they get paid by a 1099, or they may be an LLC that the IRS considers a disregarded entity. So normally people who do that type of work are not available or eligible for unemployment benefits. But Indiana now has their system set up to receive that per the laws that came out that Congress passed. So if they qualify, they do need to make sure that they have their 2019 tax return. It does need to be completed in order to not hold up the process of them getting some unemployment.
All right, wonderful. Well, always good talking to you, Lori. Stay well.
Thanks, you too.